Hello everyone, it's Anna here with another process video for you today. I have a fun forest layout based on this sketch. It was 1 to 3 scrap challenge from Craftelier shop in Europe from the International Scrapbooking Day, and I participated in this challenge. I created this page, and now, as I already know the results, it won the second prize. Yay! I was so happy. I have a picture of my daughter and her boyfriend. We were um, mushroom picking last fall, and I have cute pictures from this. I will create a mini album. Well, at least I intend to, but I decided to scrapbook this one picture too. And this sketch has a big title, so I use my Silhouette Cameo machine. Can you believe I haven't used it in almost a year or so? After changing my laptops, I didn't even have the software, so I had to install it, and I was like, maybe it's not working anymore, but it worked like a charm. And I used wood pattern for the first layer and dark brown cardstock for the second layer because I wanted to create a shadow under each letter so they pop better from the background, because as you can see I chose this kind of poison ivy sort of greenish background. So the letters just faded a little bit, so I decided to add a shadow to them. And I am using collection from Mintay papers. It's Wildwood Secrets, I think. I don't know. I have problems remembering this name. I keep changing the first word constantly. So I will leave you the links in the description box, of course. And I'm also adding the red, kind of like a mushroom stool, toadstool, this mushroom with red hat and white dots, toadstool. I think it's that. So this paper reminded me of it. That's why I backed my picture with it. So I have the first part of the title. It's a forest, and I was going to add stories, but then I decided maybe tales would be better. I was going for letters from some of the stickers set, but I didn't have enough letters in red, so I decided to change it to tails, and then I still didn't have enough letters, so I decided to change it. Instead of using alpha stickers, I use dice, but it will happen later in the process. Let's go back to the current situation. I took green papers in different shades, and one of the dice from scrapbook.com, I think Delicate Leaves or something like that. I will leave the link in the description, of course. And I just love this fern die. It's so intricate, delicate, and I cut it out several um, of them, different colors of green, and I'm going to arrange it under my forest title. Before gluing the letters, I'm playing with the ferns and I'm gluing them down. They will be a first layer. Of course, you don't have to do it. You can just glue the big word first and it will still look lovely. I just wanted to have this lacy sort of the layer. And while I was doing that, I thought, well, if I would have a lot of stamina, I could cut out those ferns in much bigger quantity and use them to create the whole background. How fun would it look? And maybe one day I will I will do something like that. So I'm just arranging everything, adding leaves, and before gluing everything down, I also added a layer of cardboard under my picture and glue it down too. I'm still playing with the ferns. I think I cut it one part of it because it was already too long and too boring, so it didn't come as fast, but I probably you noticed the jump into the creative process. So I'm almost done, and after I will done with the ferns, I will glue down my big letters using one layer of foam tape to add dimension to my page, of course, because you know I love adding dimension. So I will use black foam, but you don't have to use black foam. You can use the white one. It's 2 millimeters thick. I just got the new batch from scrapbook.com of black tapes. They released them recently, and I thought it's a perfect opportunity to use them up because, you know, letters are dark. They seem white, but you know, when you remove the protective sheet, it's a whole black tape. I'm removing pieces of fern on the sides, and I'm also using this white silicone mat on my desk. It's rotated upside down, so the measurements are only slightly visible because I wanted to have the lightest background for my page, but everything sticks to it, so it's hard to push the trash out of it. And now it's fun part of decorating everything. And I am using die cuts from the same collection that the paper, I think, Wildwood Secrets. Let's keep this name. Um, the wooden pattern that I used for the word forest isn't from this collection. This is from the previous By the Lake collection, I would like to say. I think so. It was By the Lake. As you can see, I am going through all the die cuts and I'm first trying the positions. I didn't glue anything down yet. I'm just, you know, playing and trying to build whatever the composition I want. And toadstools are here too. Even though we didn't pick them, we just admired them, and I have few pictures of toadstool too. So all the elements that are on the top are the ones that I am not sure I will use, but in case I needed to add something, they are there in my eyesight. And all the elements that I know I will not use stay in this super handy box. I love them. I have a few of them. Those are from scrapbook.com. The trays, they come in two sizes. The bigger one you can see now and the half size of it. And some of them are deeper. So they have like 3 or 4 times the deep uh, depth of this one. And if you would like, I will also link them in the description box if I will not forget, because they are super handy. I keep them on my desk and they help me organize everything. So my die cuts are not flying all over the desk. And now the most boring part, gluing everything down using 3D foam squares. So this is also my trademark, I would say. I cut it out the part when I am gluing everything because, you know, it's nothing fancy, nothing complicated. And I'm almost done with everything, but now it's time to add the second part of the title. And I am using this, my favorite alpha dies from scrapbook.com also. They are called Bold Basic, as I recall, and I use them over and over again because the thickness of the letters is fantastic because you can back them with foam strips easily and add dimension to your page. So they are quite sturdy. This is what I like, especially on the layouts, because you know I like adding dimension, and with more intricate letters it's not so simple. You have to cut few of them, layer them together with the glue. It takes much more time, you know. I don't know, I just prefer this font. So this is my favorite. If I would have to recommend only one alpha set for layout makers, it would be this one. And I have the title ready. It's red, and I'm adding more mushrooms around it. And I reached for those stickers. They are not from the Wildwood Secrets collections. They are from much older, I would like to say, Woodland collection. Newest collection doesn't have, do not have those cardboard stickers, but the older ones had them, and I really, really loved them. I loved the texture of this sticker, and I love to reach for them whenever I can, especially that I didn't buy stickers from the Wildwood Secret collections because I thought I will reach for those. So I'm just playing with them, adding few here and there. Um, and it's quite an enjoyable moment for me to use up old stash. And I'm also finishing up everything with some bits and pieces from ephemera pack. All the spots that felt a little bit empty to me. This layout seems very busy because of the background. If you use white background or one color background, you have to play with embellishments a lot to fill up the space. But with this kind of pattern paper in the background, you already have like half of the layout finished with just the background. And believe me, there are even busier patterns in this collection. And I only chose this one because it still seems like an open card for imagination without the pre-finished scene. But if you prefer to work faster, you have a lot of pictures, there are scenes in this collection too. I just prefer to build my own scenes. So even though I play with scene paper, I still use it more for fussy cutting elements than using it as a whole. And now I'm adding those two red hearts around the picture because they are lovey-doveys. And here it is, a finished page. Here are a few close-ups of the layout because the video doesn't show it that best. Even though it's really, really cute, I also think that pictures of taken by me didn't give it a full justice. Thank you so much for staying with me, and I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave me maybe some like, hit this bell button to never miss any new video. Check the description box for all the links of the products, and see you soon on some other video. Bye!